Tune in to the Denver Foos podcast.
Denver Foos all day, bro. Follow them from LA to Denver. Let's do this, baby.
Shout out to my boys, Denver Foos, Gova Tony Loya.
Shout out to Denver, man. The Mile High City. You know what time it is.
What's up, it's Mariah the Scientist, and I just want to shout out Denver Fools. I'm here with such a baddie. Look at her. Oh, my God.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? Shout out Denver Foos.
I want to give a huge shout out to my buddies there at Denver Foos.
Shout out Denver Foos. I appreciate y'all.
Shout out Denver Foos. We love you, Denver Foos.
Denver Foos. What it do? It's your boy Chingo Bling. Right now, you tuning in to the Denver Foos. Shout out to Denver Foos, baby.
Denver Foos, wherever you find your videos, wherever you get your podcasts, go follow Denver Foos and enjoy.
Hey, let's go, Denver Foos.
Denver Foos, IG, follow us, man. Follow us, subscribe, like us, YouTube.
Shout out to Denver Foos. Good to see you.
The Denver Foos.
Yeah. Shout out to Denver Foos. You know, represent for the motherfucking city.
Shout out Denver Fools.
What's up, it's your boy Concrete right here with Denver Fools, and all you got to do right now, Perito, is hit that follow, hit that like, hit that share button, share all the content, let them know where it's at. Denver Fools, your boy Concrete. We in here, Perito, mile high.
Denver Foos.
Name's Daniel Jumba Garcia. Shout out to Denver Foos, one of the best.
Shout out Denver Foos.
Shout out to Denver Foos.
Shout out Denver Foos North Side, baby. It's all about the North Side.
Hey, shout out Denver Fools. Let's see Emmanuel Sanders, legit people over here.
What's cracking, homeboy? Denver Foos. Denver Fools, homeboy. And it's your boy Cam Flores. Shout out to the homies at Denver Fools.
Denver Foo, you guys are the best. Shout out to Denver Foos. Shout out to Denver Foos.
Denver Foos on IG. Come get in touch with the plug. They always got their finger on the pulse.
Are you a Denver Foo?
Yes, all day, every day, baby.
You want to be on Denver Foos or what, eh?
Denver Foos 303. Denver Foos, huh?
Follow Denver Foos 303, Instagram, Facebook.
For real, Denver Foos, live and direct. Denver Foos, bro. We from the South Side.
Present. Uniting the city, baby.
Shout out Denver Foos.
Say it, Foos, baby. Denver Foos. Let's come a Denver Foos. What's up? What up, Denver Foos? What's going on?
Yeah. Denver Foos. Denver Foos in the building. Let's go.
Shout out Denver Foos. Love the Denver Fools. Y'all keep it up. Y'all keep doing your thing.
Yo, Denver Foos. I'll follow you guys up.
I'm Denver Foos here reporting from Denver, Colorado. From Chicago, but I think I'm a Colorado fan now.
You're a Denver Foo now.
Now I am.
Shout out to the Denver Foos. What's up, Denver Foos? Denver Foos. Hey, man.
Deck one, Denver Fools.
Hey, shout out to Denver Foos. I noticed y'all right away. Y'all putting it down, you know, for all the gente.
Shout out to Denver Fools. You locked in, man. Stay tuned to what they got going on. One love.
I here chilling with the Denver Foos. You already know how we do it. Much love.
It's your boy DJ Sarnes Carter. Denver Fools, we in the motherfucking building.
Go to the middle. Welcome. No, the other middle. Or we could keep it like that. What do you want to do? No, that middle one. No, up. Right above that. That's a good shirt to wear for today. The middle. No, middle.
I wore my Mohawk bob.
Over to that one. Yeah, what were you thinking? You're
grounded.
Welcome to the Denver Foos podcast, y'all. Welcome. Thank y'all for tuning in over here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm your host, Benny Frank, the King. And this show is brought to you by La Fiesta Mexican Restaurant and SE Shirts and Hoodies. Make sure you go to La Fiesta, 2340 Champa Street. This week, we have a watch party this Friday for the Nuggets Game 3. So come and join us this Friday and join them for Super Saturdays. It's a fun night out. We also have a monthly comedy show every first Saturday at La Fiesta. So check it out. But I want to introduce my friends here from Thunder Night Films.
Yeah, Thunder Night Entertainment.
Thunder Night Entertainment. We got Jimmy Drain, baby. Welcome to the Denver Foos podcast. And we got a couple other guests. Aeon Cruz. Aeon Cruz, actress. How you doing?
Doing good. Happy to be here.
And the star of the new film, correct? Well, we're not the star, but I mean,
He's one of the big
starring roles in this new film that you guys are here to talk about. We got Mohawk Bob on the Denver Foos podcast.
Let's go, Denver Foos.
Yeah. How are you guys doing today?
Doing good, my friend. How are you?
Doing well. I mean, the weather could be a little bit better, but hey, it's May.
It was getting nice out there.
Yeah.
We just got back from the Mayan Theater. We were on the streets passing out flyers, so you can imagine how that went with Mohawk Bob.
Definitely. Mohawk Bob always just, a crowd always will just come around you and just, you're like, I don't even know. You're like the Pope or something.
Oh, no, let's not go there. Let's just say Mohawk Bob and call it Mohawk.
He's very
You attract-
recognizable
I
and, like,
attract all the peeps in the world.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
Excellency. May I have a question for Your Excellency? That's what they call a cardinal or a pope. Bad joke.
And you guys are here. You guys have a movie premiere coming out. Speaking of the Mayan, it's going to be at the Mayan.
The Mayan Theater, yes.
And that's going to be, is it next week from today?
It's a week from today, May 14th. And we start the film at 7 o'clock, but we will do some red carpet photography for anyone who shows up at 6:30 with a nice little red carpet banner opportunity.
Nice. And is there a price for admission to go see the premiere?
It's $15, but it'll be every penny
Oh
will
man,
be well
that's
spent.
that's nothing in this economy, really. I mean, how much is it to go see a movie premiere? That's special.
No, it's nice. You get to see. Well, hopefully it'll be worth it, everybody's penny, and it's funny and it looks good. And we just wanted to show it on the big screen because a lot of films that are independently produced, and no matter where you're at, they kind of look like they're independently produced, right? It looks like it's someone in their backyard with a phone and their friends. This looks like this was really cinematically looks great. So we wanted everyone to see it on the big screen.
That's amazing. I'm so excited to see it. The Denver Foos will be in attendance. We'll be on the red
Yes, sir.
carpet,
Right
doing
on.
interviews, talking to people, and maybe getting some good reviews after, because
I hope so.
I expect it to be an amazing film. I've seen the trailer multiple times already. Heard one of the soundtracks for it.
Yeah.
Can you talk about the music on this film?
Of course, yeah. It's the score is performed by a man named Aeon Cruz out of Austin, Texas, and he's awesome. He's on the board of the Grammys, and he's got accepted recently into a school for composers. So he's going to be doing big time movies here soon.
That is awesome.
He also does the beats for Mohawk Bob's rap video debut.
Oh, here we go!
Rap video debut, which will premiere at the movie as well. The song is called Dreams on Deck, and Mohawk Bob is twerking.
What?
No,
Oh,
just
I
kidding.
can't wait.
You're all going to get a good laugh. I promise you that.
Actually, it's our first music video we've ever done, a rap video, and he does a great job. And good lyrics. We have, please, thank you. My bad. I should have told you that.
That's a first rap video. So let's kind of dig into Jimmy. How long have you been a filmmaker and director, and just give us a little rundown or a long rundown, however long.
Yeah, I'll do a little one.
Give us a background on your history and getting into filmmaking.
Cool. I started out as an actor, and I'm still an actor.
Uh-huh.
But the reason I got into filmmaking is because I kind of had some ideas for some stories, and I like the idea of, quite honestly, having control over a project in a movie. Actors typically don't have much control.
Right.
And which is okay. I mean, they're part of the storytelling process, but I really like the producing element and the storytelling element. So I've been at it as an actor probably about 15 years, and as a filmmaker doing it really probably about 7 years. So,
Wow.
And we're just now getting our films to get some nice global recognition and getting people from other than our local area here to look at it.
Definitely.
So,
You've already been on the global scale with films prior. What were some films that you've released prior that have went and released?
We've had one film released previous to this one that got international platform hits with Tubi and Apple TV and
Nice.
Fandango. That's Realm of Shadows. Now you can stream that now, and it's on those platforms. It stars Tony Todd, the late Tony Todd, who's the Candyman. He's awesome, and he was really good in this film. And we, God bless him. He's no longer with us. We also have Vernon Wells in the movie, who's known for his villainous roles in The Road Warrior, of course, Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Mohawk Bob makes a cameo. Yes,
I did.
Realm of Shadows. You do make a cameo.
With the mohawk that he had in episode 2.
Nice.
Yeah. But the film got 80% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is hard to do around here. So, it got a good reception. And that's a thriller. This next one's a full-blown entertainment comedy, action, cops and robbers, romance, karate.
Karate.
Karate romance.
Like it.
Yeah, it looks like Mohawk Bob's gonna kick some ass in this movie.
He's a player in
Definitely.
this one.
Definitely. Is this it's not, this is not the first project you guys worked on before with the cast here today.
We've done little stuff together before, all of us, but this is the first, besides Realm of Shadows, this is the first large film that Bob has a very big role in.
Yeah.
He's in about 70% of the movie. Aeon's in a good portion of it, and Aeon's going to be in like 2 or 3 other projects that we're working on too.
And we thank you for having us in your movies too.
Yeah. No, you're welcome.
Let me give a quick shout out to Nana.
You're welcome, brother.
Nana on Facebook. She's watching. Nana Gallardo. She's watching.
Hi, Nana.
Thank you for tuning in. So, what could people expect from this film when they go and see it? Is it a roller coaster of emotion? Is it what?
It's just pure entertainment. It's really fun, and it's a comedy in lieu and kind of homage of really bad kung fu movies made back in the day. So it's kind of experimental. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But the voices aren't on sync. It's got that old film look. When someone punches somebody, there's that weird kind of like crashing sound effect. So, and the idea is to unconsciously get people laughing, but hopefully the story will hook them anyway. So it's interesting. It's very unique. And Mohawk Bob plays Detective Wilson, the tough as nails detective. He's no nonsense in this particular film.
Not playing games.
In this
kids.
particular film.
Not playing games.
Aeon plays his betrothed, and she slaps him around a little bit. That German temper comes out.
That's cool.
But for what it is, it's supposed to be just pure entertainment. My other films are often, they have like a deep moral message and get into thriller and religion and
Right.
horror. But this one's just for fun.
Let's talk about Aeon. What's your background as far as entertainment? How long have you been an actress?
I think I did my first film. Wow, I'm so bad at time. Many years ago, I think that I started my first film. I was in a zombie film.
Ooh.
So that was my introduction, I guess, to film, and I always enjoyed acting growing up and always did theater and things, but that was the first time I actually did film and just loved it. So went out and worked as hard as I could to meet people in the industry to get roles. I think that's when I met Jimmy. We worked on something at the beginning of my acting career in
Yeah, you were right out of high school. No, it was.
Yeah,
Yes, we worked together
and,
really early on.
yeah, that was, I don't know if that was 7 years ago when he started making films, but I
It was
remember.
4 years ago.
Is it 4 years ago?
Just kidding. That was probably 7.
When I got out of high school 4 years ago.
Sweet.
You were right out of high school.
You're such a
Fresh-
kid.
fresh out of high school.
Holy
Yeah.
kid.
But yeah, so I've done I did anything I could, any roles that I could get that were student films or shorts or any music videos just to get experience, and then I started getting, good roles and really getting some good films that were really, interesting and fun things.
And look at you
That's
now.
great. Yeah.
I-
Was there any hiccups as far, or did you get camera shy? Sometimes people are interested, whether sometimes in any entertainment aspect, like people have stage fright to go on stage, or like people even to the minimalist of people creating content for social media, they kind of have like oh shit, I'm kind of nervous or scared. Did you have any of that when you were first starting to be an actress?
Well,
'Cause
I
you had
think-
the passion to want to do it, but then we could still kind of run into some of those sometimes.
I think so to a point, but when I moved to Colorado, I actually moved here to start a band.
Oh, nice.
So being on stage, hundreds of times in front of a crowd of people, I still got stage fright. So
Right.
I still got it no matter how many shows I played. I still got stage fright just being in front of people. I think it's less so being in a film, because if you do a bad take or you forget something, you can always roll again. I mean,
Definitely.
you obviously don't want to embarrass yourself and be like, oh, I don't know what's going on, but at the same time, like if you have a bad take, you can at least do it again, and you don't have like
Right.
hundreds of thousands of people watching you on stage, and you're like, it's really nothing to hide behind.
Right. What kind of music were you doing?
I was in like a progressive hard rock band for a long time.
Sweet.
And then after that, we played some real big shows. Opened for a lot of really big name acts here in Colorado and Denver. And then after that band broke up, I joined a metal band called Motigrator, and I went on tour with them all over the United States for a few months.
That's awesome.
Did some big shows and.
So, oh man, so you weren't definitely not afraid of the stage or anything like that. You've already
Yeah,
already had the
it's
experience.
definitely a lot different than having to learn lines in a script and
Right.
Or depending on what your role is.
Because like Jimmy said, like when you're an actor, you kind of just got to go with the script and how things are played out. And I think and then sometimes when you want to create roles or you want to do what you want to do, you got to just do your own thing. Like,
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Unless you're Sean Connery.
Yeah.
He would show up on a film and he'd show up on a film and really the production thought he would be causing problems, but he just wanted it to be good, and they would often change the script and productions just for him.
Right.
But yeah, we're obviously not Sean Connery. God bless him.
What was it like working on this film? The process, was it easy for you to connect as the character? Which character do you play in the movie without talking so much?
So any film that I've done with Jimmy has always been fun. So it's
Okay.
lately, I want to say in my acting career, I've been cast a lot in Christmas movies. So that's a lot of falling in love and doing all that whole love and sad and then kissing and in Jimmy's films it's been really fun. I get to kind of play a badass or do something really just fun, like there's vampire roles and
The next film you get to
different-
kiss Mohawk Bob.
oh great, yeah, that'd be so fun. Yeah, write that in.
Don't tell my wife.
It's called The Section.
Yeah, after he's a famous hip hop star.
idea. But, oh, well.
She'll just see it at the premiere
Yeah.
and you could just tell them that it's like CGI or something.
That's when I run out the damn area.
or AI.
But we get to really have fun with it. When I work with Jimmy, it's always been really fun, and it's always a good time. I always have fun.
You better.
Yeah. What about you, Mohawk Bob? Is this your first project or how many?
I'm in a couple with Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy brought me on a long time ago now, probably 7, 8 years?
No.
I don't know how many now.
4. No, I mean
But-
Bob has had small roles between, but this is his first real big role.
Yeah,
in the
this
movie.
is the big one so far.
He steals the show.
And now we're partners and we support
Yeah,
each
we're
other.
production
And
partners.
we're going to bring Thunder Night Entertainment to everyone
Nice.
in the world.
Bob does a really good job in the film, and so does Aeon, of course. The other co-star is not here; she's in LA. Is Natasha Coppola Shalom? No, she's the comic relief in the movie with Bob. She's awesome as well. But
She's great.
She's Nicolas Cage's niece, and she comes from the Coppola family, so we're happy to have her on board. But this is Bob's tour de force. This performance.
That's so awesome. How did you and Jimmy meet?
Well, we met through a friend named Groovy.
Groovy TV.
Oh, Groovy!
You know Groovy.
Love Groovy.
Everybody in Denver
Yes.
knew Groovy.
Groovy.
We met over at the comic book store, and we just became friends.
Yeah, we met on
And-
the movie set.
Now he can't get rid of me.
We'll see.
Well, yes. Ever wonder why? I wonder, like, well, is he gonna get rid of me now? Who knows?
Bobby. We love you, buddy. Yeah.
So how did it become a thing where you're like, let me have you in a movie? Because, I bet you there's a lot of up and coming actors and actresses, and they think like they could just form a relationship sometimes with the director, and then they'll just let you star in his movie, How did you guys connect to where it got creative to where you're like, let me put you in a movie that I'm doing? Or
Bob and I connected mainly, I think, as friends, and then also as business partners. He's got a really good business mind,
Mhm.
and we have our own little podcast that we do. So that was a little different, Bob, and
And we believe the same way.
yeah, we have very similar beliefs. Ann and I met just, I think, being fellow actors. I think.
No, I auditioned for
you
you for
did?
something. There was a film that you did 7 years ago,
Oh,
maybe.
yeah, I know.
And it
I did.
and I auditioned for
You
you.
were in that. So so Ann and I got along just on being in the film industry. In regards to like meeting people who want to be in films, it doesn't happen a lot out here.
Okay.
Now, if you're in LA, you get that a lot more.
Right.
But yeah, you do see that from time to time. I'm sure in the music industry as well. People just like want handouts. But we've been lucky. I've always met people who are just really nice and want to audition and
Right.
never shady at all.
So do you create all your movies locally here in the Mile High City, or do you film
like
everywhere else?
90%.
Okay.
90%. I mean, all three of us just got back from Los Angeles shooting for another movie with actor Eric Roberts. That went well.
Nice.
So if the actor's big or someone that of note that's you want in your film, people recognize, we'll go out there to accommodate that. But
Yeah.
90% here. Yeah. We love the locations here. Love Denver.
Yeah, no, there's kind of a lot of eyes on Colorado lately. Recently, they just announced that they're going to have the Sundance
Yeah,
film
Boulder.
festival
Boulder.
up in Boulder. What do you think of something like that? Being in the film industry and seeing such a big festival like the Sundance Film Festival come here. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think it can hurt in any way. I don't know how it's going to really change things with getting your film into Sundance to be accepted for local people, because a lot of times it's who you know or who's part of that committee. But it cannot hurt Denver filmmaking at all. I can't see it hurting.
Right.
And Boulder's always been a very artistic city. I shot some of my few as an actor. My first movie was in Boulder, so I mean it can't hurt, and we'll just go work the room, right, Bob?
That's right.
Right. Sorry, I didn't
Work the room. Yeah, no, I mean,
No, it's
let me see that
it's
phone real
good for
quick.
Colorado. There's no doubt about it.
A lot of the big festivals, you have to know someone to like even have them even look at your
Right.
film. This will be good.
Yeah, for like young filmmakers, say they're local guys or they're in a smaller town, with technology now, you almost don't have to be in like Hollywood or in a big city. But what advice could you give young filmmakers that are aspiring to just be in this entertainment industry in that realm?
Yeah, you don't have to be in LA, which is nice. When I kind of started out, it was kind of questionable. You kind of had to be out there a little bit, but the technology's to a point now where you could be in Pueblo and have great gear, and you could be in a small city and still do what you want to do. I would say my best advice is to get a good publicity team and get some good people in LA that could possibly help you.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's nice to get good press here locally, but it's really nice to get it on a global scale when you're, and that helps.
I like with Joe Williamson.
Joe
He
Williamson,
is
our
so
publicist,
good.
wonderful
Thunder
guy.
Night Entertainment.
He's our publicist in LA, and he gets us all
He's
our
amazing.
press. And also just never giving up. That's probably the biggest thing I could recommend as an actor or a performer or a dad, right, Bob? Never
Correct.
give up.
Speaking of being a dad, I know the story, but for our viewers, how did the Mohawk, the iconic Mohawk, how did it develop your signature look? Can you share with the folks how the Mohawk came about?
Yeah, absolutely. It was my kids were at East Elementary, and it was crazy hair day, and I've had normal hair my whole life, completely like a flat top or something really, really tight and sharp, right? And I go, boys, let's do Mohawks.
Yeah.
So
Let's
we-
do Mohawks.
we ended up doing a Mohawk. I told my wife I'd shave it off the next day. I totally lied because now we're about 7 years in and it's never going away.
Crazy hair day turned into everyday hair day.
Everyday hair
For
day
Mohawk
and
Bob.
a business because
That's
I
amazing.
advertise for companies all around the world,
Right.
which
Yeah.
is incredible.
Your wife does an amazing job.
Yeah, my wife
Yes.
is my queen.
Yes.
She is so
And then-
amazing.
And then what happened? You just ended up just started posting up Mohawks. How did that transfer over from doing it every day, doing
One
it for Crazy
person-
Hair Day for the kids, and then it became just like a phenomenon on the internet now?
One person said, "What would it cost for me to put my donut shop in your hair?"
Nice.
And we thought he was joking. I mean, my wife and I were thinking about something like that, and we just said $75, and he goes, "Done." And that started a business where
Just instantly.
it pays all our bills now.
That's amazing. Yeah, no, it's great. You have some very you have a lot of range as far as like the Mohawks go. You mean you do holidays, you do music artists, you do different brands, you do different businesses. Like, I mean, you were even in a fashion magazine, weren't you? In a whole like fashion,
Yeah, A Magazine. I had a 5-page spread in there.
in like billboards around the world, wasn't it?
Well, I was in how about Bad Bunny?
Bad
I
Bunny,
was in
yeah,
Bad Bunny's
Yeah.
video Where She Goes, which he's the biggest Latin star in the world.
right, yeah.
So
Just taking it to so many different heights. Did you ever imagine that it just doing that Mohawk
no.
from here to now, like?
no, it's absolutely crazy, but I'm loving it.
Right.
I mean, I had a made-in job, I guess.
I think what helps too is just the kind-hearted, awesome person you are.
Thank you.
So you're already a magnetic person. So then that Mohawk is just like, what are the oh my God, what are those birds that are walking around the zoo? Peacock, like your peacock.
There you go. I'm a big peacock.
Yeah. Yeah. What were your thoughts of Mohawk Bob first meeting Mohawk Bob?
Well, I guess I had heard of him,
Uh-huh.
and Jimmy's all, "Oh, Mohawk Bob will be there," and I'm like, "What? This is like, is this random? Like, I don't know."
What is that?
But it's always fun. I mean, he's so nice to everybody, that he meets, and people recognize him all the time, and he's just so friendly and gives everyone hugs, and he's just so fun to be around. And I think we have a really good time when we do weird random things.
We like
No,
to do,
you never
we
do
like
weird
to do
random.
weird shit.
Not you
We
guys.
have a lot of fun. Aeon's amazing, and Jimmy's the star of the show.
No. We're all stars. We're all
I mean,
stars in the
he's-
sky, but we have to be humble little stars. How's that? Actually, I'm
Amen.
not a star. That star was. I'm still working my way up, man.
Well, none of us are there yet, but we'll get there maybe.
I'm a little asteroid that's kind of flowing off of the edge of the.
We'll get there. We're just having
That
fun.
word star is
We're a-
so overused, though.
We're really a good group of friends
We're
that
just-
That's
really
awesome.
support
Yeah.
each other to make sure our movies are going to be the best out there. And Jimmy writes all the screens. He does it all, and he knows everything. And he's centered in what he wants to do, and that's how the company rolls.
And he's got so many things going on too. You're like always shooting something new, and
Always
there's
shooting.
always stuff going on, and it's like
I have ADD for all the right reasons.
yeah, there's like
Right.
no downtime for him. It seems like.
What was the biggest challenge you faced during the filming of this film?
Shoot from the hip. The biggest challenge was kind of forming it into fit, because the original intention was for it to be like a TV series.
Okay.
But then I shot 3 episodes, and then I had to make that into a full piece.
Mhm.
And some of the other challenges were filling in some of the shots and using some AI techniques
Mhm.
to make shots kind of blend.
Okay.
So AI is a really good tool now. I
Mhm.
don't want to use it for everything. Of course,
Right.
you don't want to replace real actors because you get real emotion.
Mhm.
But that, I think, was the biggest challenge. And getting any film done is no easy feat, and especially on an independent, low budget scene. But getting it done and doing the best you can, and never to rush through it. Just make it as best as you can, and then by that time it hits the screen, everyone's happy. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Right. That's good that you, as a filmmaker, you have an open mind to AI technology because, for example, George Lucas, the legend, he was open-minded with using CGI and different technologies, but he still implemented, like real props and a lot of things, but it pushed the film, it pushed it to where it is today, to where they do amazing things. And you got that, not having that fear of because you're just going with your gut and your creative feelings, right?
Yeah.
And
you can make a spectacular looking movie, but the story may be weak.
Right.
We're trying to blend both, so we still have to make a good movie. And these guys do great. They do great performance. Can't wait for you guys to see it. But ultimately, AI can kind of come in and fill in little gaps that they couldn't have done, 5 years ago. So
Right. Can you
good
describe
timing.
the overall message or theme behind the movie for people
yeah.
without spoiling it?
Sure.
They better be there at the premiere.
You're darn right. They better be at the premiere.
You know, it is a comedy, but it is the main character. Bob's character is kind of his Obi-Wan Kenobi,
Okay.
so to speak, and you know he has good intentions, but he falls into these situations where his soul might be at jeopardy.
Okay.
But Bob's character gives him a reminder on how life is important, and you don't want to end up on the wrong side of the tracks before you die. So he does give him a little warning, and that I think that'd be the central theme. But ultimately, it's a comedy, and it's kind of going in lines with Napoleon Dynamite meets Miami Vice, if that's possible.
Yeah.
So there's really not a lot of hardcore moral messages other
Okay.
than just having fun. And
Yeah,
watching
no,
some
it looks
stuff.
like a ton of fun. And where was majority of this film filmed? Was it here locally?
Oh, locally. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Is there anything like where how people are always trying to pick out apart movies and be like, oh, I know where that was, or like, is it? Do you think there'll be any of
There
that?
won't be, and not unless the people know certain hotel hallways and stuff. We actually try to make it look like it's not filmed in Denver, and that's not trying to diss Denver in any way.
Right.
We wanted to make it look more East Coast, so there's some shots where it kind of looks like it's in Chicago. But the reason I like Denver is that we have it wired here, great locations, good talent, and you don't have to pay $20 to a guy on the street if you want to shoot near his lemonade stand, like in LA. It's kind of what happens out there.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can do a lot of guerrilla style stuff out
Oh,
here.
yeah. Mountains.
Guerrilla filming. I mean, that's what we kind of do a lot on our channel and on our platform.
And for all our Denver Foos fans, if you like old kung fu movies, please go see this movie because it's an homage of the old kung fu. Denver Foos Kung Fu.
Foos Kung Fu, baby.
What was the name of that guy? Hold on. I was speaking with a filmmaker because they came out here to film a documentary, and we went to just one of the first screenings of it. It wasn't even a premiere of it, and this guy, he's actually lives in Los Angeles. I'm kicking myself because I can't remember what his name is. But he said that like the landscapes in Colorado is very is a nice. It's like he's been here before, but after doing it, which he did a doc, but he said that it's very interesting with all the different landscapes that Colorado has to produce films, and that he was thinking of doing more films here.
Oh yeah.
Do you think we have a very unique scenics and stuff like that?
Yeah, mountains are beautiful, and when you get up there a little bit into the hills, you get great cityscape shots.
Yeah,
it's awesome. And it's LA's also got some of that great stuff too, but everyone's doing it there, and they have done it for so long. It kind of gets redundant to me. So I hope Denver starts to have more films being made here.
Right. And then, like you said, for this film, you're kind of going for that East Coast look. I think in certain areas of the city, there are some East Coast looking spots, some Midwest Chicago looking spots. We got some LA looking vibes, right here on Federal.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of reminds me of Long Beach, or there's certain areas in LA. If you, I lived there for about 9 years, so it's kind of weird. I don't know if it's just developers or real estate people. They will develop. There's this place. Where is that at? Up north in LA. There's a shopping center that resembles, and it looks just like Casa Bonita shopping center.
Really?
In La Alhambra. Yeah. Alhambra. And it looks just like freaking Casa Bonita. So, it's it even has a tower just like Casa Bonita, just looks like
that's
it.
awesome.
So how some shopping centers kind of resemble each other's stuff. Yeah.
Love that structure.
Now that would be an amazing spot to film a movie.
The Casa Bonita is a one and only spot.
Yeah, it's a one-off.
There might be some that look like it, but it is Casa
We'll
Bonita.
do it, if they let us film there, we'll have Mohawk Bob jump off the cliff.
Oh.
Diving by Mohawk.
Shit, that's amazing. When's the last time you guys ate at Casa Bonita?
I haven't tried the
3 years ago.
3 years ago?
I was there a couple months. Actually, last month I filmed
Oh,
my
cool.
TV show there. I have a TV show.
Oh,
I do.
no
Yeah.
way.
It's called Scavenger Hunt, and my dog actually gives me clues, and he sent me to Casa Bonita for sopapillas. The food is a lot better. They have they have shows in all the rooms that were empty.
Oh wow.
Oh, it's incredible, and you can tell that the South Park guys have it because like there's a little puppet show, and they're like little tacos and burritos talking. You can hear their voice.
Oh, that is
Yeah,
so
and they
awesome.
still have Black Bar's Cave. They have a sorcerer show. They have a fortune teller, and they read your tarot cards. And
Right.
Nice.
it's fantastic. That place is
And
phenomenal.
mariachis.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. And
I wonder,
carpets there.
do they still have Santa Claus? Because okay, as when we were kids, my parents used to take us there every December for during Christmas when they would decorate it for Christmas, and then they have like Santa and Mrs. Claus, and then just for the whole experience, it was kind of like our little family tradition around Christmas time, not for Christmas because we have our own Christmas at home.
You gotta
but-
go back. You gotta go.
Like
You
when we
gotta
were
go.
Christmas, I think when like my parents were Christmas shopping and we go to the mall, then we'd go there. Like so, it's like if they made a Christmas story, like our Christmas story would be at Casa Bonita
I love it.
instead of the mall when that guy when Santa
Back
kicks him down.
before the lines were so damn long you can't even get in.
But yeah, no, I haven't been since they opened it. And you know, it's crazy because I went on a tour during, I think, like the pandemic or whatever, because I had a friend out here from Las Vegas and she never even like knew anything about it. And I was telling her like just the history about it. And they did like a tour. And the tour guide, he was one of the divers and he knew so much about it that like, if you went on this tour, it was like this place is like a museum because they said the people that made it are the same people that made the Pirates of the Caribbean and Walt Disney. They had them come,
I did not
so
know
that's
that.
why that it's so. But there's so many details to everything. Like there's like this pink room where if you talk on one side, you could hear like perfectly, but it's a huge room. Like there's all these like little gems and different things that. It's like shit. If I never went on this tour, I'd never even know about all these little. Like super detailed things where they really thought of the whole thing, you know. I mean, those guys at Disney, they did an amazing job on that Pirates of the, you know, the detail.
yeah.
Every time you go on that
Incredible
ride,
stuff.
it's like, it's a different thing. You're like, oh, look at the dog with the keys or this or just all the different things.
Incredible
you know?
stuff.
Incredible stuff. So they did the same thing with there. But from what I've heard, that they didn't really change it much.
It's cheaper now, right?
No, it's like if you want to sit by the
It's big
waterfall, I think it's
bucks.
like $45 a person or something. Yeah.
You know what? I like the old. Everyone disses the old food there. I liked it.
I know.
I think it was
I
that
thought
bad.
I didn't think it was that bad either. Like you didn't go for the
No.
food. You
I
went
like
for
the-
the sopapillas. You went for the
the
experience.
diving and the mariachis and all the good
Yeah.
Man Bear.
Black Bart's Cave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Black
Gotta
Bart's
go on Black
Cave.
Bart's.
Definitely. Yeah.
stuff. That's good stuff.
I like their nacho cheese. I miss the old nacho cheese.
What? Go Nuggets? Go Nuggets. They're on right now. Let's go.
Nuggets.
It's 9-4. OKC versus Denver. But it's early in the
Got
game.
Let's go Nuggets. You know that.
There was a few people saying that were fake. I think they got confused because you posted a couple of interviews with MPJ and them.
Oh, like because I just did some repost videos,
Yeah.
like just because
Yeah,
of
you
the
got
guys that are about to play. It's like
Yeah.
in solidarity with the team to just show that, like, hey man, we support you guys.
We support the Nuggets.
Yeah.
We support the Nuggets. Yeah, you're just saying that.
Are you guys all originally from Colorado? Where are you guys all originally from?
Littleton.
Littleton,
Venice, Florida.
Venice, Florida. There's a Venice, Florida.
Venice Beach, Florida.
What? Who copied who?
Italy.
Oh, you obviously have this conversation all the time.
It's very different. Yeah, it's very different than Venice Beach, California.
So is it like
Oh, wow.
Italy? Like, does it have canals too, or?
We flooded hotels. No. No, it's actually a little like man-made island that
Oh,
you have to
cool.
take a bridge to get to.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so they put the bridge up so the boats can go through, and then they put the bridge down. And you can go to the island.
Oh wow. What was that? How long did you live there?
I grew up there till I was probably like off to go to college, and then I moved away.
That's awesome.
So last year.
You just keep getting younger
I
and
know.
younger.
I was in high school 4 years ago. So.
Florida girls.
Yeah. Yeah.
The age well.
Child.
I just say it so
If
Paul
you
will call
guys
me a
could,
child.
if you guys could describe the film in one word, what would it be? Jimmy, you first.
A lot of fun. Well, that's not one word. Sorry. You can tell I did well in school.
Or Or in one statement, we'll give you that.
One thought and feeling.
Yeah.
A juggernaut. Hopefully, a lot of fun. Yeah, that's all I could really say. It's just a big, goofy, fun, action-packed film.
I didn't read the whole script,
You haven't
so
seen it yet,
I
have
don't
you?
know anything about it. So to me,
Right.
it's a mystery. I'm really excited. I've seen the trailer, and
There's no nudity in it. So.
I will still go even if there's no
Thank you.
nudity. But I mean, I will be upset while I eat my popcorn, but I'm excited to see it. It sounds really fun, and the trailer looks
Yeah,
really
it's
good.
fun.
So I'm excited to go see it.
Bob?
Laughable.
Laughable.
As in good laughable, right?
Yeah,
You're not
I mean it is. Well, he said one word, so I had to stick with the policy.
Right. Yeah.
But
to touch
fun.
To touch on that, as an actor, what is that like? Because you go in for your scenes, you film your scenes. I mean, even if you do read the whole script, sometimes it doesn't come exactly like how the script is. What is that like to watch? Like, who's that actor? He said he never watches any of his movies. Who's that?
Jimmy Drain.
What? Robert Redford said he's never watched any of his films.
Yeah.
And I could kind of relate to that sometimes, except for being the director or the editor or like knowing how you piece it together.
Mhm.
But it's kind of like when you perform on stage, you'll never see yourself on stage with your naked eye. Like somebody could record you, but it's a different thing. Like, to get that essence, to get that feeling. So I could sometimes relate with like a Robert Redford of like, oh, I mean, I don't want to watch it. Or like I edit my own videos and I get tired of my own voice.
Oh yeah, you look weird, and you're like, oh, I could have done that better.
Yeah.
Or, you're always critiquing it. And
Especially how, I mean, in the editing of how a movie could go,
Yeah.
What's that like to film it, to be in something and then have to go watch it later and like be like, oh, okay. Or like you hear that all the time, like about a story about like, there was this whole scene that we did. We freaking were doing it for like 3 weeks, and then they cut it down to like 10 seconds, right? Like, how does that happen? That happens a lot, right?
yeah, and you're like, that was a cheat. But I think with premieres, I think it's fantastic because you get to see the reaction of the audience, never seeing it before. And
That's
I know
the fun part.
Yeah,
I
and
think.
then there's parts where you're like, oh, I didn't see that as being funny, and everyone's laughing at it, and you're like, I totally get the comedy in that, but it might play different to the audience than you actually thought that it would, and it's just really fun to see everybody get so excited about it and just love something that you work so hard on. It's really neat.
Right.
And everybody thinks differently in the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody might look at it like, oh, that's funny as can be. Somebody else be like, what the hell is he talking about?
That's the scary part.
Right? I mean, they're like,
You might think it's funny.
that
but-
was about as dumb as it gets, but everybody else is laughing.
Yeah.
So you get a mix of.
Would you just say you're looking for mostly a positive reaction to things?
Absolutely.
Right.
This film will be a test because it is like an older kung fu film. So if people are going in wanting like Shakespearean, the dialogue being like Shakespeare, the voices are a little off, and you hear kind of weird sound effects in the background. So when someone punches somebody, there's that loud effect and rockets going by. So
No, that's cool. That sounds like action, and I think
we really
anything.
hear Mohawk Bob's voice. Yeah, you're right. We really hear his voice, and it's her voice for the most part, I think too. So. I put like a few
We have a
English
blast,
accents
really.
on some of the characters. So like my character has an English accent. It's not really his voice. So it's
Mhm.
meant to just kind of let people, hopefully people just get sucked into the story.
Hey, I wanted to go see it. Now that you talk about it, I'm like, I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, no.
I'm glad you're not going to stay home.
You're just saying that.
Typically, how long does it take to film, to make a film? I mean, there's probably a lot of factors behind it, but this film in particular, how long did it take for you to develop it from writing the script to everything?
It took a while because right when I was getting this one about finished, the pandemic was under full way. Then I had some things happen on my end with my studio that set us back a little bit. So this one took about three and a half years, which is a long time. And it's only about 55 minutes long, but it is considered a feature at that point. My next films are going to be happening a lot faster post-pandemic. Things are moving a little faster, but if you really want to do something right, instead of getting into a race with other filmmakers and just getting it out there, you do take your time on it, and you want it to look and be good, and feel confident. So,
Right.
a lot of people just rush to try and get a film out so they can please the investor or just try and work with a distributor, and luckily we don't have that pressure.
Oh yeah, no, I
Let
mean,
me just say this. Jimmy is methodical in every part of his movies.
sweet.
It comes from his brain. It's not from anybody else. He knows his vision, and he knows what he wants.
Mm,
And that's why they're so good.
right. Yeah, no, just knowing what you
Bob?
want and just executing it. That's amazing.
If it comes from my brain, I'm sorry, guys.
But he's got
Do
a
you
good
feel any
brain.
pressure sometimes because
Oh yeah.
you're creating all this whole project, and you know
Sure.
you got people depending on you.
Oh, yeah.
You have an audience that you have to please, or you would like to please.
Yeah.
Well, how do you deal with some of that as the filmmaker like that?
You hit the bar once the movie starts. No, yeah, it is kind of stressful. And at the end of the day, you just have to trust that the story you're trying to tell is true to your vision. However, if you're just making a movie for yourself, that's really not what movie making is about. You want everyone to like it.
Correct.
And so you kind of have to blend both of those elements, and trust your instincts, and then go to the bar because it is stressful.
I've never seen you at a bar. What are you talking
No,
about?
well, when you see it's like anything. So you write a song, for instance, you probably have. It is. If you see your first music video, what have you, probably where Robert Redford doesn't like seeing his movies. I heard
Mhm.
Johnny Depp's like that too. They
Right.
don't like to see their films because you want it to be accepted, but you're afraid that they may not. So that's that pressure, I think.
Are you still just full blown focused on this project, or do you have other projects here in the works that
Yes.
maybe you could talk about, or
Yeah.
what are you working on currently for the future?
The next two big ones are called The Dead Rose, which is what this is the big one I've been trying to do for 15 years. And then the next one after that is Dick Reno Monster Slayer. And they both Dick Reno Monster Slayer is starring Aeon as well, and Bob. And
Nice.
Eric Roberts is in both. He's that very well-known Academy Award nominee, brother to Julia Roberts. He's a legend, Hollywood legend. But those films are kind of interesting. The Dead Rose is essentially about a young man who infiltrates a satanic cult. So it's very serious.
Mm.
And Dick Reno Monster Slayer is more like shoot from the hip. It's kind of a horror comedy.
Okay.
So it's ranging both things, but they deal with some kind of heavy themes. And I like horror films as well.
That's awesome.
I like cooking shows too.
Cooking shows. What's the timeline on those projects? I mean,
Hopefully
not to put pressure
next
on
year.
you.
No, it's good. I need the pressure.
That way folks could expect it, or what?
The next film we'll release is actually called Professor Kimmer's Initiation.
Okay.
And it's a movie about a young man who is a professor, and he gets involved with the wrong young lady at his school who's a witch, and she sucks him into this witch coven. Then The Dead Rose, the Dick Reno Monster Slayer. So I'm sorry. So there is a bunch coming out. Professor Kimmer is going to be hopefully released at the end of this year, around fall time, Halloween, and Dick Reno and Dead Rose next year.
That's awesome. And Aeon, is it Aeon?
It is.
Okay, Aeon. What projects and things you're working on? You mentioned that you have a TV show.
I do. I have a TV show on the Aside Network. It's called Scavenger Hunt with Aeon Cruz, and yeah, it's fun. I've been to a lot of different cities. We shot a lot in Florida, just St. Augustine, Orlando, Jacksonville. Just going to the big spots. And then here in Colorado, we did one in Denver. So we go to Mile High Comics, and
Oh, cool.
we go to Casa Bonita, and
Oh, nice.
there's one more spot we went to. Meow Wolf. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So basically, just like showcasing the big fun things that are epic in the town. And
So what do you do in it? Do you just like do
I'm the
all the-
host. Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay,
I'll
okay.
go. My dog gives me clues, and so I follow the clues to go find whatever prize he wants me to have. And I'll go talk about the place. So it's kind of like a travel show. Of
That's
sorts, I
cool.
guess. Yeah, it's been really fun. And then I like to travel and adventure, so it kind
Right.
of hits like it's like two birds, one stone.
Right,
to travel
right.
and see things. So
That's amazing. How long have you been doing that show?
that show's a newer show. Before that, I was doing actually a drinking show, and it was called The Drink with
Oh,
Aeon Cruz.
cool.
And so I kind of did the same thing, and I did more cities and states. I did Chicago and Detroit and just all up and down the country, going to different bars and restaurants. And that's pretty much why I don't drink like I used to. Because, they're just giving you the specials and the
Oh
drinks,
my
and they give you
gosh.
bottles of things to take home and trying absinthe and just, it's
Send
out
them
of
this
control.
way.
Yeah,
I bet
and
you everybody said.
just giving you all sorts of like food and drinks and I half remember most of that filming.
Right.
So,
Overcome. No,
Um,
I could definitely relate to that because when we go out to different bars or watch parties and things,
it just kind of blends together, and you're
it's
just
kind of like, how would you balance with that, or did you balance well with that?
No, not at all. So that's why I'm not really a drink. I wasn't like a big drinker before that.
Right.
But after that, I'm not really a drinker at all now. So I kind of mellow now.
You know what
Go on
drinks you like to
scavenger
drink
hunts.
and not to drink, right?
What is
Remember that scene we shot? You had a drink?
I had a drink?
She had to have a shot before.
See, I
the
don't
shoot.
remember. I don't even remember. So
Takes
yeah,
one drink and
but-
don't remember, folks.
But
Holy
yeah.
hell.
That's dangerous.
In Shoot from the Hip, the main character, when they go to a bar, he orders Ovaltine, so he doesn't drink either.
Oh yeah, see.
So he's kind of an innocent
get that.
character.
Mm.
So this movie's pro Ovaltine.
And where can folks find your show?
My scavenger hunt show is on the Asai Network. It's a TV channel on the Roku, so it's ASY.
Nice.
I have a movie that just came out too. It's a Christmas film called Merry Birthday, Happy Christmas, and that's on. I want to say it's on all the streaming platforms. You get it on Amazon Prime. You can stream it for free on Tubi and Fandango Home. And
That's so amazing.
there's,
That's awesome. That's so cool.
you search it on
love
Roku, it'll
her.
come up.
Yeah.
Anne's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think you guys are amazing.
Then
love
Bob,
you.
Bob, what does the world of Mohawk Bob got going on, and what's been going on with you, sir?
Well, with me, I always Mohawk Bob. I mean, everything, it just doesn't end.
Yeah.
I always thought putting
It just
crap
doesn't.
in your hair would end, and it doesn't.
Everlasting.
I mean, it just keeps going on. Other than that, Jimmy and I were partners, and his movies are my movies, and he's gonna be the executive producer in a movie I'm gonna make called Karens. It's all about Karens.
Karen?
Yeah. I what it's about is I move into a neighborhood where
Uh-huh.
the lady hates me from the get-go. I come in my hearse
Oh yeah.
with the casket in the back with the loudest music and all. And from day one, that woman hates me to no end.
Man.
Oh.
Will make neighbor.
Yeah, I think everyone has had a Karen neighbor like that.
Jimmy and I, that's he's going to be the top dog in that.
Oh.
You know
Okay.
this. You know this.
What am I gonna play? Don't think
Play
about it.
Karen.
Are you
I
gonna?
can't play Karen.
Karen.
Can I be a Karen?
I got a Karen.
You got that?
Yeah, I do.
I gotta be Karen.
Karen's sister.
Karen's
I'll
sister.
put you in there somewhere. I'll get you in there.
I mean, I need my
But
cameo.
no, it's all about just, having fun.
Definitely.
Life's fun.
You mentioned your hearse, and you really do drive a hearse for the folks.
I do. I drive
How did that come about?
Just,
Was that with the Mohawk thing? Was that a thing you already had before
How do
the
you get in
Mohawk?
the car with your hair? Doesn't it hit the ceiling?
it does. My hair is like this in the car. So every time I get in, if I don't, I drive like this.
Yeah.
Right? I literally drive to the side.
Uh,
But it's a pain in the butt.
This-
But I don't know. I just wanted a hearse, so I went and bought one. And then I traded in my last one for a newer one that's a lot
Your second
nicer.
hearse?
Yeah.
Wow.
so what do you put back there? A whole coffin?
I got a whole casket back there. Brand spanking new. I didn't want one that was used. I'm like, I don't want one that's used. I don't know what.
They clean it out first.
No heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
So I bought
Isn't
a
just a
brand
hearse
new one,
heebie-jeebies anyway?
and then no.
Well, weren't there dead people in there before? So it's like
Well, there
So-
was
Oh, yeah. no.
more than one or two,
any
Yeah.
famous
but
dead
they
people?
didn't die in there.
Oh,
see?
okay.
So there's no ghosts or nothing in there. But
That you know of.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if I haven't. Nobody's talking to me yet.
Has there been no creepy stories to tell while driving the
yet.
hearse or anything?
I wish I could
Well,
have
remember
one.
that day I got attacked in the back of the hearse by a person?
Holy
What?
shit!
I was,
Never mind.
yeah, I won't
Yes,
mention names,
yes,
but
there was one person
who
in
opened
the
the
back
door
with Jimmy.
and tried to get in the back of the hearse and
In the
tried to
name
kill
of the
me.
Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. It
So
was
there's
so
maybe
bad.
something going
Oh,
on
God.
with the hearse. That's the old hearse, though.
Yeah, that's the old black
That's why
one.
you sold it.
Yeah, I had to get rid of it because it had heebie-jeebies with Jimmy and somebody else.
So
We
what?
won't recommend her name.
What
out
model
there
of
at
a
all.
what model of a car is a hearse? Like
Cadillac, baby?
Cadillac, but like what
Cadillac.
model? Like Cadillac,
It's a Cadillac. I don't know what you'd call it.
Cadillac
Fleetwood.
hearse. Fleetwood.
It's
Okay.
Fleetwood because what they do is they put two cars together.
Okay. Okay.
They cut one in half to put the hearse back. So it's actually two cars to get
Huh.
one hearse.
Mm. Like,
So
You never gets pulled over.
that's it.
who's gonna pull that thing?
Nobody. Cops don't even look at me. They're like, no, I'm good. And when they see there's an actual casket in there,
Man.
they turn and burn.
So do you do anything special for Halloween?
Oh,
Do you really
know
turn it
I
up?
do. My house is lit up miles away with pumpkins galore.
Yeah.
What about how do the kids react in your neighborhood? Are they scared to go by their hearse?
Oh no, they love it. They love it. Yeah, it's just a car. I mean, let's face it, it's just a car.
It's just a car with a coffin.
Yeah, it's empty. I've not had anyone ask me to open it up.
Has anybody ever wanted to like let me lay back there?
Nobody yet.
No, nobody
And
yet.
it's got a nice pillow in there.
Maybe I'll be the first one. Let's do it.
Oh,
thinking about it.
let's
You're
do
thinking about
it.
Like just be like dress me up like Dracula or something.
We
and
got
just
to do
some
it soon
videos or
before
something.
the speakers go in.
Oh,
I
okay.
got
We
a
shot Dick
ginormous
Reno,
speaker system coming in
Monster
quick.
Slayer. Bob did lock me in the back. Remember? Locked me in for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
That's weird. If you
I
locked me
forgot
back in
his
the hearse.
ass was back there. It's
What would
true.
what would you rather be stuck in the back of a hearse or stuck at a cemetery at night?
A hearse. Because in the cemetery, you don't know what's creeping around there. Yeah.
for sure.
Have you
Yeah,
guys ever been
just
to a
don't
cemetery at night?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
haven't. No.
I haven't. I don't want to go there at night. Sorry,
See,
but
We live near.
I'm a creep, but not that creepy.
In Littleton, we live near a very famous graveyard where people do that for recreation, and I've
Yeah.
always been flabbergasted. Why.
Is that the one with the standing up tombstones?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
nice.
it's
Yeah,
it's
that's
really
cool.
because of Alfred Packard's there.
Uh-huh.
He was a cannibal
Oh my god.
back in the 1900s, where he went to the mountains and the weather turned really bad, and he had to eat people.
Whoa.
But they died first, but there was nobody that made it except for him. But he had to eat them to get out.
He didn't have a hearse, did he?
Nope.
Do that
Nope. But he actually did eat human beings.
Wait, is
Yeah,
he in the
he's
cemetery?
hungry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, maybe because he
Is that what
thought.
that movie's made off of?
Which one?
There's like that movie, the Donner movie.
No,
Feel free
it's
to-
not the same.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well,
But
maybe
he's
he
an
thought
actual cannibal.
they thought they were human beings.
He did.
Beans, like beans.
Beans. Black or pinto.
They were making. He's making burritos out of
Beans
human beans.
and rice and beans.
Yeah.
Rice
Well-
and beans, baby.
All right. Well, one last time for our audience, tell us when the premiere is, where they could see it, and how could they buy tickets.
Please, yeah. If you guys go to the Mayan Theater on May 14th, which is next Wednesday, and we will start doing red carpet photos around 6:30, and the movie starts at 7, and you can go to eventbrite.com to get the tickets, or at the theater. We'll have a box office ready.
Sweet.
But and then after that, we'll announce platform releases through our distributor. So.
Right on. Well, before we go ahead and tell folks where they could find you guys on socials or.
Go ahead, Bob. You start.
I'm at Mohawkamania Bob on Instagram, Mohawkamania on TikTok, Mohawkamania on Threads, and Lemon8, and I think everything else.
Mohawkamania Bob, baby.
And you, my love?
I don't have as many platforms as Mohawk Mania Bob does, but I am Aeon Monster at Instagram and on Twitter or X or whatever, and on TikTok. Even though I don't really do TikTok that much, but and then on Facebook I'm Aeon Cruz official.
There you
Okay.
go.
You should
And-
do TikTok.
I should do TikTok. I'm gonna start dancing.
Yeah. And Jimmy, where can they find you and your guys' company?
I have a PO box, and no, I'm just kidding. It's
And an Amazon wish list.
yes. I am at Jimmy Drain on Instagram. Thunder Night is also on Instagram and YouTube. So it's just Thunder Night Entertainment, really. If you look that up on pretty much any platform.
Right on.
And,
Well,
yeah.
thank you guys so
Thank
much,
you.
Jimmy,
Thank you.
Aeon, and Bob,
Thank
for
you,
coming
brother.
on. We're so excited to be at the premiere, guys. Make sure you get
Thank
your
you.
tickets.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome, yeah.
Well, make sure you guys pull up to the premiere at the Mayan next Wednesday. It's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Seriously.
Appreciate the support, my friend.
Let's
Thank
go.
you.
But
Thank
before we go, or we're gonna go ahead and go, but these guys, we need you guys to sign the wall of fame here. Here, Abe. Just
All right, we're in.
and we're gonna take some photos too.
Yeah.
So let's go. Thank you guys
Thank
for tuning
you.
in to the Denver Foos podcast. Tune in tomorrow, baby. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Let's go, Thunder Night.